with his mom. He has knee pain, he hasn't been eating well, his right eye is swollen shut. Y'all remember this guy? That's right. Terry Brooks, our first patient together. He was a simulated patient, but the patient who began our journey of compassion, knowledge, and skill. Family, friends, faculty, staff, fellow students. Today marks a momentous day in our lives, a day that anthropologists call liminal space or liminal time, space between two worlds, that of a student and that of a clinician. And it's important during these liminal times that we take stock of our lives, that we look back, we look at from whence we've come, and we look ahead with hope. We consider the transformations in our life. The greatest transformations, of course, are in the students here today. My fellow classmates at Northwestern are an incredible group of students. Accomplished authors of academic journal articles, a Women's World Cup soccer champion, the former editor of the top student sports page in America. We have two mothers and a nurse who continue their full-time jobs throughout PA school. We have in our ranks the founder of a camp for children whose parents are undergoing cancer therapy. We have an American Heart Association certified hero. The daughter of Eddie Bauer models. A nationally acclaimed and award-winning interior decorator, Joanne. We have Brittany, who is an artist, and I think she would be the next Frank Netter if she wanted to be. We have Illinois State Quiz Bowl champions, Northwestern Nutrition Bowl champions, Northwestern intramural soccer champions. We have in our ranks one student who is in possession of information so secretive that even the NSA hasn't been able to crack it. David, I'm still waiting for that Facebook friend request. I think it might come. This is a highly accomplished group of individuals, and we have been through a lot together. We have survived the 5th worst blizzard and the coldest winter in Chicago history, which reminds me, Mr. McLean, are we going to get that tuition reimbursement for those that have canceled babies last week? We have survived a battery of testing, from MCQs to Monday morning quizzes, to that dreaded purple sheet, to .com modules, to those wonderful, and they really were wonderful lectures from Dr. Kessler that began enthusiastically at 8 a.m. and I think had we not stopped, it would have continued until midnight. Ms. Healy, we loved your Jeopardy questions, and I don't think any of us will ever be able to say the words men, women, or both in the same way ever again. We have been through a lot together, and we've learned a lot. That learning continued into the 2nd year. A quick flyby summary of what we learned. Surgery. Stand right over there. Don't move. Retract for 10 hours straight. Maddie, I know you remember that Da Vinci surgery together. Pediatrics. We learned that children share everything, especially their germs. OB-GYN, we learned to wear shoe covers. Family medicine, we learned to keep hope alive, and hugs, not drugs. We were under the tutelage of the Honorable Mr. James Picard IV. And then we lived together up in Lake Forest. We learned that writing songs together was sometimes more important than studying. We learned that we probably will never make enough money to afford to live in Lake Forest again. And those who lived with Gina knew that she was always there to lend a shoulder, and that she never did her dishes. She knew she does, you know. We have been through a lot and changed a lot. The program has changed a lot as well. We welcomed the new program director in our time, the top program director in America. We welcomed the new vice dean. We sadly said goodbye to Ms. Blattner, our clinical year director. We moved from Abbott Hall and were integrated into the medical school. Change came to our personal lives as well. Over the last 2 or 3 years, sadly, we have lost loved ones along the way, and we mourn that they are not here today with us. Some of us have gotten married along the way. Others recently engaged, which I hope I'm not calling anyone out today, but JC, Jack, Joe, Adam, David, there's no time like the present. We will continue to accomplish a lot. In fact, I'm aware of 3 students right now who are opening up a PA school, an online PA school in the Caribbean, the Hayden School of Medicine. Amid all of this change, there has been a constant. It has been hovering over us every time we walked into the library, past the med school. It's on each of our diplomas today. In fact, it's staring us in the face even as I speak now. You see, at the center of the Northwestern University seal are the Greek words, ho logos pleris keritas kai aletheis, the word full of grace and truth. Keritas kai aletheis, grace and truth. 2 words that may seem abstract or like platitudes, but words that I believe take on flesh each time true medicine is practiced. And these 2 words go together. There is not one in absence of the other, or one on top of the other, but fully united, fully one. Since the time of the philosopher Descartes, the West has sought truth through doubt. We question everything, we assume nothing, and we arrive at conclusions based on the evidence, on what empirical study shows us. This is the foundation of evidence-based medicine. And there is much profit in evidence-based medicine, but it alone is not the essence of medicine. Medicine has at its heart both grace and truth. Now, grace is a powerful word, an amazing word. It simply means gift. And I think that when the founders of Northwestern University put at the center of the seal the words truth and grace, they did so because they knew that at the center of life is grace. At the center of life is gift after gift. There are thousands of gifts in our lives, from sun shining in through the windowsill, through the wind blowing through the tree. Every time you touch the hand of someone you love, that's a gift. But sometimes we grow numb to these gifts. We lack the gratitude for them. We think of them as some sort of entitlement in life, and it takes running up to the very ends of our lives, the very mortality of our lives, to begin to recapture that gratitude. Early on in our schooling, during the first few weeks, we heard what was, in my opinion, the most important lecture of our time here. It was Mr. Fotis' lecture, a lecture in which he talked about his battle with cancer. And in that lecture, he recounted the lessons he had learned. Quote, "I learned that I thought I knew how much my wife meant to me, but I wasn't close. I thought I could do it alone, but I didn't get that right either. In my journey to this stage, I realized a similar lesson. Thank you to my wife, Holly. You were there for me, and you were there when I felt too worthless, too useless, too ashamed to get out of bed. And I love you. And I don't think that I know how much you mean to me. And the same can be said to you, Papa, Carol, Andrew, Brendan, Brad, Joel. You reminded me to always be positive, even in the roughest patches of life. None of us here today, none of us has gotten here on our own. We're here because of you. To my classmates, I thank you. You have been gifts to me, each and every single one of you. And I trust that you will be gifts of both grace and truth to your patients and to your families. As we go out today, let us remember that medicine, even life, is intergenerational. We build our success on the success and failures of others. Today we stand like small saplings in a field whose soil is made of fallen oaks. Let us hope that one day that we will have lived a type of lives that have produced bounteous and plentiful soil for those trees that will grow in a time that we will not see. You see, our legacy should be built on these things. Things that are built on violence and power, on cleverness, even on intelligence alone, they will not last. The world is built in such a way that endurance is built on both truth and humility, love and grace. So I say to you, go out into this world in courage. Have peace. Hold on to that which is good. Return no one evil for evil. Support the weak. Help the suffering. And as we say in New Orleans, laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll.